Welcome to your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose, the drama of sports. I'm Nathan, and every week, my co-host and girlfriend Rachel and I discuss all things in the sports drama universe.
Sprinkled in with pop culture, we cover topics from Bravo to Brady and everything in between. So keep listening to find out more. Cheers.
Welcome to the Indomitian Sue episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose. Nathan, sitting over here to my right is Miss Rachel Rooney Eden. Miss Rachel Rooney, how are you? How was your birthday? How was your week? How are you? How does it feel being an auntie? Tell me everything.
I'm doing fabulous. I like the episode number, man, Indomitian Sue. Who is that?
He played football.
Oh. These are like always football players.
Yeah, he actually was a very dirty player, but he played actually as recently as last year. I don't think he officially retired yet. So we'll see.
But I'm doing great, thank you.
You're welcome.
You asked, so
I know.
I was just answering.
When people say thank you, you're supposed to say you're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
My birthday was great. I rang in year 28 with my favorite people and then some. You know, it was amazing. I was very happy. And then forget about my birthday. Jewel and Tom got married. Congratulations to the Beashkis on an incredible marriage, on a great wedding.
What a wedding.
Unbelievable. And then from their wedding, obviously to my birthday, but like who even gives a rat's ass about my birthday? We became an aunt and uncle. To Miss Tatum Joe Rodriguez, the sweetest little tater tot, the little french fry, that little potato that is 5 pounds, 1 ounce, 18 inches, born at 3:31 in the morning on July 29th. 28th. Jesus. The sweetest little munchkin on the planet. I'm
so cute.
Obsessed.
So cuddly.
No, like the sweetest. She smells so good. She's so little. Like
her favorite activity is to sit in my arms and take a nap.
Yeah, and just sleep.
And
she's so perfect. So congratulations to Janelle and Ray on creating a legit little baby cherub. She's perfect. I can't wait to just love her for the rest of her life. Love her so much.
I'm obsessed with her. She's so little. Like you said, 5.1 ounces of pure love and joy. It was kind of surreal, to be honest with you, to see that my sister's mom. Crazy to think about. Consider the fact that I'd make her play like WWE action figures with me, and she'd make me play Barbies with her, so we had a good thing going there. But it's just crazy to think about. But like you said, that most beautiful little baby. I can't wait to see her again in a couple weeks. Can't wait. She's gonna look like a completely different baby. She's gonna look so grown up in a couple of weeks. It's gonna be crazy.
I don't even care. Like I love her at any stage. Like you know what I mean? Even like 2 days old, I'm like, oh my god, she looks so much older than she already was like a day ago.
Right.
I'm obsessed. I can't. I just stare at the pictures of her.
At least you got to see. I was holding her when her eye got open. I was holding her like over my shoulder, but you got to see her with her eyes open.
Yeah, it was. She's just amazing. You know, like that's the one thing about babies that never grows is the size of your eyes.
What?
Did you know that?
That's not true.
Yes, it is. The size of your eyes never grows. So your eyes are the same size. That's why babies' eyes, like they look so big because it's the same eye. But like your face grows around it. So like you've had the same eyes since you were a wee little lad.
They probably didn't work back then either.
Well, when you're first born, you only see in black and white.
And it's very foggy.
Yeah, and you can only see like a couple feet in front of you, if anything.
Yeah.
So right now, like blurry. Tater Tot is just looking at the world through a black and white lens.
Hey, who's this? Hey,
yeah, and she's like, whoa, what type of vintage movie is this? You know, she's like, she's honing into her vintage era right now. Ooh. So we'll have to ask her later in life, like how it was to see us in black and white.
Right. I can't wait to see what kind of little personality she has.
I know, it's so exciting. And Other things that are exciting is like the U.S. is just completely dominating in the Olympics.
Do you think Tater Tot is going to be an Olympian, or she has a better chance of being an Olympian since she was born during the Olympics? I asked this in the family group chat. Not one individual answered, and I kind of felt
100%. She'll probably be like a gymnast because she's just so little, you
I could
know?
see
Like
that.
she's like the future Simone Biles.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's just so little, like tumbling around.
That would make me scared, though,
That what?
of her doing gymnastics.
But she'd be so strong.
I know, but it's scared. I don't
She
want
could
her to do
lift
like
you
flips
up.
and stuff.
Okay, well, I mean, she's maybe a couple days old, so we'll let her decide. How about that?
Yeah. What other sports do you think? You think that she has a better shot, though, right?
Yeah, like I don't think that she'll ever be in like the WNBA.
No.
Like,
We're
I
talking
don't-
like
Yeah, like
Like-
I'm talking like the small sports, like smaller figured.
Yeah.
The ones where she could like really excel in.
Yes.
You know?
Right. Like gymnastics.
Like literally I think it's
Can't think of anything else right now.
Gymnastics are best, which is like the greatest
soccer.
sport to be a part of.
I can see her playing
Yeah,
soccer.
or soccer. Yeah. Oh, you could see her playing soccer
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
From all the naps that she's gotten in.
Mm-hmm.
Or from maybe like a fake cry here and there, like all the other soccer players do. Exactly. Well, wait. I'm going into the Olympics. How are you? How are you doing? How's
great.
it feel to be an uncle?
Like I said, it's crazy. It's amazing. I love her. So adorable, so cute. I broke my heart every single time I had to like not hold her anymore. Like one time, like the first day, like I had her and then I gave her to you and then you gave her back to me. And then the doctor came in as soon as you gave her back to me and I was like, fuck this.
No, like literally give her back.
She was just getting comfy.
No, right. Literally, like come back later.
Right, literally. But it's amazing. Like I said, I can't wait to see her. Can't wait to smush her face. But I had a great time before that with celebrating your birthday with your family. Your parents came up. That was tremendous. Mm-hmm. We had a nice little time stumbling around Brooklyn.
Yeah, we literally were just stumbling around. We were in Sugarfish, getting drinks at the Brooklyn Brewery, getting drinks at Westlake. We were just truly Stumble City over there in Williamsburg.
And the night before, we got Nobu.
Mm-hmm. I mean, unbelievable. Crushed it.
What was your favorite piece of sushi that you had on your birthday weekend? Since that's literally all we had.
I don't know. I honestly loved the yellowtail jalapeno from Nobu. Like, that was absolute fire. Like,
Ooh,
within the
that was
ponzu
good.
sauce, like, nothing better. Nothing better. So.
Mine was a sea bass from Sugarfish in the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah. The bottom right-hand corner of that one round. 100%. So good. I mean, everything was so good. I didn't have one bad thing. Sincerely. Not one bad meal.
I just didn't like the one at Nobu. I didn't like the one with the wasabi. I'm not a wasabi mommy.
Yeah, I know you're not a wasabi mommy, but because you're still so spicy. That's why.
Yeah, I don't need more spice.
Exactly, you don't need any more spice. You got all that spice enough.
Yes.
Actually, speaking of spice, like I feel like you're losing a little bit of your tan now that I'm looking at you in this light. Like I think that I'm actually gaining a little bit more tan than you.
Yeah, I've been outside enough. Haven't been playing enough golf.
Exactly. That's what it is.
I have to get back out to the golf course.
Right. Of course.
Yeah, get my tan going.
Oh my gosh! And also congratulations to Alex and Heather on their engagement.
Holy shit,
that seems like forever ago.
We've lived 18 lives since then.
100%. We've gone through so much since then.
We have to get Alex on here.
No, 100%. The biggest Giants fan there is.
Yeah, that's what he says.
Yeah.
I haven't really spent a football Sunday with him, but I'm excited to.
But congratulations to them.
Wow.
I mean, literally, there's like congratulations all around. Like, I feel like literally every single person like went through something the past couple of days, like and a big and important in our lives. You know what I mean? Like, amazing.
I love it.
Me too.
He did a great job. First of all, her ring is
the size of Texas. It's a rock. Like, it's truly a boulder. Like, I don't know what's in Texas besides what is the Alamo there, but like, I think it's the size of the Alamo.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, save some for the rest of us, okay?
Seriously,
Like, I think he bought the entire Diamond District.
Literally asked him to hire me because he has his own business. And he's like, oh, like, I don't have the money to hire right now. Yes, you do, asshole.
Yeah, yes, you do, because you spend it on her ring.
Seriously.
Yeah,
So,
that's why.
Come on, share the wealth.
Yeah, amazing.
Unbelievable. I'm excited to give them a big squeeze. He also knocked it out of the park, planning-wise.
100%.
These like, Californians... Their like engagement plans.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Next level.
They are next level. They really take it to the next level.
And come back to this side of the East Coast. The other thing we must mention, going back to Jewel and Tom's wedding, is honestly how tremendous the food was. Like, this is really a New Jersey thing. Like, no wedding I went to in Massachusetts, like growing up or anything, like had a big giant like cocktail hour with a bunch of different food.
Yeah, like delicious.
Like they had everything from like shrimp cocktail to fresh oyster that were just chucked like literally at the table, taco bar, mini margarita bar, cheeseburger sliders, French fries.
Yeah, like
I'm still
hot
missing
dogs,
hot
like,
dog. I'm missing
They had so many things there. Like, it was crazy.
wild.
We didn't even hit all the stations. We literally hit like 2 stations.
Right,
like,
I was
it
already
just,
full.
It was too much, right? But it was amazing. Like, too much in like a good way. You know, it was so
Spectacular.
delicious. It was spectacular.
Elite.
It was
Elite.
elite. It was elite.
Elite.
For sure.
New Jersey people do their food at their weddings well.
They just do the events bigger and better. It's like my Super Sweet 16, I think, was literally just like based off of New Jersey people. Like all the events are just insane.
You guys been practicing forever.
Right,
The bar and bat mitzvahs.
Exactly.
And then it was the Sweet 16s.
Right.
Did dudes do Sweet 16s?
Of course.
What?
No, of course. But like it was mostly like a girl thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like honestly like the best Sweet 16s were like Lauren Pena's was so good and Jen Tartini's was good because they were both at Vibe, and Vibe was like a club you could rent out like in New Jersey, but it was like not a club, but it was like a vibe, you know, and it was just like so fun. Like it was just a true vibe. So I just like it's just like craziness, you know.
I had a follow-up question.
Actually, at Jen Tartini's Sweet 16 is when you decided that you were going to ghost me all those years ago. I remember looking down at my BlackBerry, and I remember you put as like your BBM status, like got that W, and I had no idea what that meant. And I was literally like, and like we weren't talking at the time. Like obviously we knew each other, but I was like, what the fuck does W mean? And like I was like literally looking it up, like asking people around, like, what does W mean?
Got that win.
And they got the win. And I literally remember seeing it, like, got that W. So guess who really got the W here? Me.
Why? Because you ended up with me.
Exactly. I'm a winner.
Mm-hmm. But you didn't do a Sweet 16, right?
No. I went to... So my parents said that you could either do a Sweet 16 or you could go anywhere you want in the world. And so they really thought that Samantha was going to pick that too. When we were going to go to Italy, they had the whole thing planned. And then Samantha was like, I would rather have a Sweet 16. Samantha picked the wrong decision. Okay. And like, I still to this day believe that because we went to Paris. Like, that's where I wanted to go, Paris, France. And then obviously where the Olympics are right now. And
what a segue.
Got to go on a shopping spree there. Where like, I'm sorry, what better? Got my first Louis Vuitton.
Oh.
Like, are you out of your fucking mind? That is insane.
Way better than Sweet 16.
100%. Fuck everybody else. I don't need to share a piece of cake. I'm going to fucking France.
Right.
So I feel like that's what probably all the Olympians are thinking right now. Like, lucky me, I'm in Paris. Like, I wonder how much Louis Vuitton they're buying. Or if Louis Vuitton gifted all of them something. I wonder.
Definitely not all of them, but
maybe some of them.
Maybe.
Definitely Simone Biles.
They're part of the they were part of the opening ceremonies.
Yeah, they're part of like the medal gifting, the medal, what is it?
Yeah,
like
the medals are presented
on the Louis Vuitton trays.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were all
carried in like the Louis Vuitton trunks.
Yep, they're all carried in Louis Vuitton trunks.
Like unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
Incredible.
Yeah, incredible.
Speaking of the Olympics in Petty, we must start off with the opening ceremonies. Any thoughts on the opening ceremonies?
I mean, the opening ceremonies to me were just like way too long, and that's like pretty much it. Like you put it on, and I was just so confused. I'm like, am I still watching the opening ceremonies? That's the only thing I had to say. Like, am I still watching it? Like, I'm just like confused. Like, is it still going? Like when that guy was like running around with that firecracker in his hand, like, and he's running on like a boat, and then he's running to freaking Les Miserables, and then he's running to like the Marie Antoinette's, and then he's running to the Can-Can people, and then he's running to the people on the sticks.
And he's on top of Notre Dame.
I'm just like, I just don't understand. Like, are we done? You know what I mean? Like, and I get it to an extent. Like, just like have it be shorter. Like, I think you could have cut out a lot of that. Like, why were they going to like the Marie Antoinette and then there's like rock and roll? Like, how does this even make sense?
They said that in the United States feed they cut out a lot of it,
which is crazy because it was so 4 hours.
Yeah, it was an absolute disaster.
Like, it doesn't need to be that long. It simply does not need to be that long.
No.
Like, you can't tell me that they rehearsed that once. There's no way that they rehearsed that all together. I'm sorry because it was so ass.
Like, the opening ceremonies are always interesting because like it's an opportunity for like the country itself and the city itself to like welcome the world. And I just don't think they did a great job. Like I think they
No, me either.
I think they try to do too much.
Right.
Like typically the opening ceremony is in a stadium. So like they were going out on a limb trying to make it like bring in the entire city.
Right, which I appreciate.
I appreciate it too. It just didn't really work. Especially like usually the athletes like are walking through the stadium and everybody cheers for them. This year they were on what's the river called?
The Seine.
The Seine. They're all on their own boats waving. Just really difficult to like see and like follow and like I don't know. It was just all wonky. Like and then like not like this isn't their fault obviously, but it was raining, so it was just like
right. Like the athletes could get sick out there.
Right. Like you're telling me that like, for example, all I could think about was when they went to the United States boat and it was led by LeBron James and
like, you weren't happy.
No, but like. You're telling me that they couldn't have like a contingent plan in case it rained? Like they couldn't get these people some like puffers, like polo puffers or
right.
like something, or polo rain jacket? Like you couldn't have a box of those lying around? Like
yeah, right.
Like
right.
they're wearing ponchos if they want to stay. Like what are we? It's the Olympics.
Yeah, I don't know.
And the other thing we mentioned last week was that the dancers for the opening ceremonies were going on strike last week.
Very clear that they were going on strike.
It showed.
Yeah, it showed. It showed that the dancers were going on strike because not one of them were on together on account. Okay,
right.
Like the can dancers, the one is like freaking Melissa's doing one thing and Stephanie's doing another. Like it was insane. I've never seen anything like that in my life. I'm like, hold on, where is everyone going here? No one's in sync.
Right.
No one's in sync.
Right.
There's no need. Cut to a different feed.
Right.
Cut to a different feed.
Do something else.
Like, I appreciated that they tried to get Paris all involved in it because Paris is so freaking beautiful, but, like, they just did not have – you don't have to do that much. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you really simply don't have to do that much.
You don't.
Like, just chill, please.
Right. No, it's let's
So,
relax. Celine Dion
also,
crushed it. Oh.
did you see that – yeah, I honestly, like, I was asleep by the point that Celine Dion came on because it was fucking it's 4 hours, and by the time that the feed even comes on here at 7 o'clock, it's, like, 11 p.m. Like, I'm in bed. I'm asleep.
Right.
But – did you know that they like spent like I think it's close to oh my god, and if I say this wrong, who even knows at this point? It's like $1 billion to clean up the Seine just for the Olympics, like to clean it up a little bit so that like the Olympians, like or like the triathlon Olympians, whatever, could swim in it. So like they swam in it for the first time since like 1920 something, 1924, I want to say, or something like that. 1920 something or before is what I want to say. It's been like over 100 years since people were able to like swim in this thing.
Gross. Why?
And they swam in it. What?
Why?
Why what?
Why haven't people swam in it for so long?
Well, it's like swimming in like the East River here. It's like all like there's like traffic congestion. It's like the whole city. It's like it's the river that's in the city of Paris. It runs through it.
Ooh, like Porto?
Yeah, exactly. Like Porto. But like it's Paris, so it's like to a different level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Course.
It's just
like a river going through Lisbon. And like it be
no, it's like a river that's going through Paris is what it is.
Just trying to bring it back to my country.
But it is. It's like it's in the same like geography is what you're saying, but it's a river that's going through Paris.
Right in the middle?
Yes, it goes right through it.
Interesting.
So.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know if I would want to swim in it.
No, like, I'm so shocked that people swim in it. Like I don't think that these people are gonna like come out okay.
Yeah, that's another thing they kept on doing the opening ceremony. Like people were coming this way on the boats, people were going that way on the boats with the torch. Like, you know when they got to the end of that torch thing and they lit up that the balloon?
Yeah, I didn't even see the balloon. I wasn't there. I was sleeping.
Oh, you were sleeping already?
Yeah, I was.
Well, do you remember when like Serena Williams, Rafael Nadal were on that boat
yes,
going down the
I remember
Seine?
the boat.
So like right when they got off, then they started handing it to all like the French people that ever won like gold medals, like one at a time, and they lit up this air balloon with the Olympic torch.
Okay.
But I thought like that was them lighting up the Olympic torch, but it wasn't. It was just some random balloon.
No,
so,
stop.
That's when they brought it back up the Seine.
No, stop it.
Yeah,
Wait,
it
stop.
was-
So they light the balloon and then they go where?
I don't know. I fell asleep. I watched Celine Dion and I went night-night. You
Oh
know
my
what
God,
I mean? But
stop. Wait, so by the time Celine Dion went on, the Olympic torch wasn't even lit yet or whatever it was?
they had me so confused. There was
Yeah,
no way
I
to
would-
follow it.
Right, no, right.
There was no way to follow
They
it.
need like a timetable at the bottom or like
Also-
a tracker at the bottom.
Also, they couldn't have a more random set of people announcing it. They had Mike Tirico.
Who's that?
You've seen him. He's the bald man that does like football. He does
No, can't say I'm aware of who Mike Torino is.
Tirico.
Tirico is.
I think he's a paisan.
Okay. Mike Tirico.
Kelly Clarkson
Okay, but like obviously, what a queen.
and Peyton Manning.
I mean, like that couldn't be a more wild group. Two
Wild.
football people?
Mike Tirico does all the sports. He does golf too. He does all the sports. And like now, like he works for NBC, so now the Olympics are his thing. Like for a long time
Okay.
was Al Michaels from like the 70s up until like these might be the first Olympics that Al Michaels isn't doing.
I think that the Olympics need to be our thing. I think that we need to like hone in like a little bit more on the Olympics is what I think.
down.
Like, should we be coming out with a podcast every single day? They're already halfway through, huh?
No, why not now?
Why not now?
Why not us? What if we just do TikToks saying like, hey, tomorrow morning on the Olympics, like this is what you should be watching for.
Yeah, but like, how would we even know? Is there a schedule?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there is?
Of course.
Yeah, but the schedule's always so fucked up. Like, I don't even know what time. Like,
I know, that's
it's like,
what's hard.
are we watching it live or are we not? Like, and then it's like
Exactly.
NBC has on there's still commercials. There's like every fucking commercial for everything. Like, I just
Right.
want to
That
know.
was
And
my
then it's like,
dilemma.
it's so
That was my
annoying
dilemma.
because then like today I'm not watching it. I'm so excited to watch it tonight. And then it's like Simone Biles wins the gold medal. And it's like, obviously it's amazing and I'm so obsessed with her. But it's like, I don't want to know before I watch it.
Right.
Like, I want to be like surprised. You know what I mean? It's like a spoiler alert every fucking day by 3 o'clock.
Isn't that fucking nuts though? How like sports are one of those things that you can't record.
Right.
You can't record sports.
Right.
Like I remember like that was always a conversation like just like with my family where they're like, well, just record the game.
Right.
And it's just like, no, you can't record the
No,
game
right.
because you're gonna find out.
Right.
Fuck around and find out.
No, right. Fuck around and find out, which is also the United States Olympic gymnast
Wow, we're flowing.
team name. Fuck around and find out, but
Their
they
slogan.
actually renamed themselves as the Golden Girls because they are actually the oldest average age of Olympic girlies for the U.S.
Damn.
with an average age of 22 and a half.
Damn.
Except that one girl that came on, like she's 16 years old.
Which one?
I don't remember her name. I honestly don't. I didn't even see her compete once. Like I won't even lie. Like I don't know what she did. But she's 16,
Interesting.
and yeah, I'm like, she's how old, what are you doing when you're 16 minus 5? She's 11. She's a junior in high school. She's a junior in high school competing in the Olympics.
Yeah,
Like,
she just
could
got a
you
permit.
literally imagine?
She just got a permit.
Like not even in New Jersey did she get her permit.
She's younger than my cousin Jordan.
Like that's crazy.
Crazy.
She was born in 2008. 2008?
I don't know.
She was born in 2008.
Holy smokes. That's crazy.
Like we literally have food in here that's older than
Okay.
2008. Just kidding. But I definitely have a pair of shoes that are here since 2008.
Oh, for sure.
Or something like a
Definitely.
like a little purse or something. I won't even lie to you. I have a purse. Wait, 2008 for me, Samantha. I have a purse in here that's from the year 2008. My Dooney and Burke denim purse. It's from my bag. I have a bag that's older than this fucking Olympian. That's crazy.
I have memories older than this Olympian.
Yeah, I have.
I have jerseys in my room.
My hair is probably older than this. The ends of this hair right here.
No way.
2008.
No way.
Yeah, no way. But
You literally just got a cut.
okay, relax. Okay, but like maybe down here it's like 2009.
No way.
2009.
No.
At the rate my hair grows, who knows?
I was gonna say something, but
Probably anything at this point.
yeah. No. The Olympics are our thing. They are our thing. Oh, did you see? I know what I was gonna say. Did you see that former U.S. Woman Olympian, like she was talking shit about this generation, and then Simone Biles.
Michaela, I don't remember. I think it's Michaela Skinner was talking shit about basically like this Olympic team saying everyone but Simone Biles, like, it doesn't have good work ethic. And then Simone Biles posted like just because she said that they were like lazy, like whatever Olympians or whatever the fuck. And Simone Biles like posted like just a bunch of like lazy like people that don't work hard, whatever, which was like the best clap back on the planet. So much so that Michaela Maroney, who was an older Olympian, that she competed when Allie Raisman was on the squad, like all that, all those girlies. And she like commented back, was like, this is like the greatest caption ever. And like, I feel like I should apologize on behalf of like my own name. So everyone knew who it was because of like the Michaela of it all.
Wow.
But then that girl, Michaela Skinner, who said the comment, said that it wasn't even about the Olympians, that it was about the people from like her gym and like middle of Nowheresville. Like, shut the fuck up. But then that girl, Michaela Skinner, also blocked Simone Biles.
Right.
So like, obviously you're wrong. Just like weird. Like, you're just so whack. Like, how do you have anything to say about Simone Biles or the people around her? Like, fuck off. Who are you? Like, literally no one knows who you are. No one knows who you are.
Why does society automatically just go to being negative?
It's crazy.
Like, even the shit that you were reading me about people, like, that page 6 making a post about Simone Biles and her husband and how he should be ashamed of himself for wearing her medal when it's like literally a thing that you do with your family. Like when you see them, you like, if they want to hold the medal, put on the medal, they do, and you take pictures. Like we saw like a gym, like
really, I couldn't even imagine like if I won an Olympic medal, I would 100% put it around your neck. Like, oh my god, like feel how heavy this is, and like I was like, can you hold this for me? Like, I don't feel like wearing it or whatever. Like
it's just a baller move,
right? It's just like
Karen was talking about it, how she had to bring Lindsey Vohn's Olympic medals like through security, like
right, like
you share with it's like it's an accomplishment for the entire family,
right?
It's like because without your family, you can't do it.
Exactly, they're all losers. The people that are negative about it. No, the people that have like anything to say about that, it's like you're just like a loser. It's like the same thing that Simone says like about her hair, where when people say like, oh my god, like what's up with her hair? Like it's so like unkept, like it's so messy. Like who's looking at her hair? That's when she's flipping fucking 12 feet in the air, you think I'm saying, oh my god, she has a hair out of place? Like no, I'm like, how the fuck did she just land that? That's the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life.
Right, but it's not about what you think, it's about what the judges think. And that's why those people are commenting like she should have like points removed, basically.
But like, could you imagine?
No,
it's like the most ridiculous thing on the planet.
Yeah, it's just wild how like people automatically go to the negativity. I don't know, like that one, like that teammate, like, and people talk about her hair, or just like her talking about her husband. It's just it's super interesting, and I think that's why like woman like that one, like the older woman that commented, what was it, Michaela Skinner, sorry. Like I think a point that they miss about this next generation of athletes, because like a lot of people say that this next generation of athletes is lazier, or just sports are easier, that they don't practice as hard. Like even Aaron Rodgers went on the Kay Adams show yesterday and was talking about that. I'm sorry. It wasn't when he was on Pardon My Take. He was talking about how football used to be more difficult in practice. Like now it's easier. He wasn't necessarily calling people soft. He was just saying back in the day it used to be more difficult. But like the thing now that the athletes have to deal with that they weren't dealing with back then is the social media of it all.
Right.
Everyone having a comment, everyone having a voice.
Right.
Like
it's like more mental than it is physical.
Right. And like when Michaela Skinner was competing, I'm sure she was great, but like she didn't have to deal with that older generation going on Twitter and being like, Michaela Skinner, like she wasn't.
I mean, she
was
just competing in the Tokyo Olympics. Like, of course she was. Like, this girl's an actual idiot. No, like this girl's just like dumb for commenting anything. Like nobody knows who this girl is. You know, like that's just like what it is. And other people who didn't, or other people who we didn't know who they were until this Olympics was the pommel horse king of men's gymnastics of the U.S. team, Clark Kent, as everyone's calling him. You know, he literally just gets on, takes off his glasses after he's done doing his Rubik's Cube, gets on the pommel horse, then aces it, gets the bronze medal, really secures it for the U.S. men's team for gymnastics.
First gold medal the U.S. men's team.
Bronze.
I'm sorry. First medal at all that they've earned since like 2008.
Yeah, it's truly amazing. Like they're just out here fucking crushing it.
Whooping it.
Yeah.
He's from Massachusetts. Good guy, local guy.
Mm-hmm.
Another Massachusetts man was on the team. Frederick.
At this point.
I'm sorry. I forget his last name. But he was also nasty from Stoughton. The man from Stoughton.
Yeah.
He crushed it as well. So 2 Massachusetts Olympic gymnasts here. How many did New Jersey have?
I'm actually not sure, but I'm sure just tons. Like, I'm sure New Jersey just pumps out all of those gymnasts. I actually don't think so. I don't think that, honestly, a lot come from, like, our area. I feel like a lot of them come from, like, middle of nowheresville.
I actually looked up, like, how many from each state.
Okay, and?
Do you think, who do you think ranked higher, Massachusetts or New Jersey? And do you think it was a big difference or a little difference?
I think it was a little difference, and I think probably Massachusetts, maybe?
No, New Jersey.
Wow.
New Jersey has 24. Massachusetts has 21.
Yeah, I don't think it's like, but I think it's like the most is probably what, like Washington or something crazy.
Not California, Florida, Texas.
Not?
Yes.
A
Like
lot of
bigger
there.
states.
Yeah. Right, of course, that makes sense.
That they can train all
California
year.
is literally gigantic, so
Right.
or Texas is huge.
Right. It's always interesting. I always wondered that, like, why those kids from those states are better.
Well, it's also just like more
Competition.
state to have. You know what I mean? Like, right, and there's more competition.
Right.
So there's actually like coming up in our double D's threes. You're gonna really love my double D's threes, and
Yeah.
you're gonna be very shocked. It's gonna play with your brain a little bit if this is where your head's at.
Ooh,
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
So I'm definitely excited to keep watching the Olympics. I mean, like we were watching the gymnastics. We obviously watched swimming, which Katie Ledecky is just a fucking boss. Like,
Right.
who knew? First of all, we were watching the 800 meters and we were like, this is just too long.
Right,
Like the
right.
800 meters is so long. Like we skipped through it. Like we literally like skipped through the middle and then watched the end because we're like, it's just too long. And also like, how do they breathe? How does it happen? Like
Right.
I'm looking at them like I'm getting anxiety because I'm
Right.
like, how are they breathing? Like
everyone
take
finish?
a breath. Like it's just so chaotic.
Right.
And when Katie Ledecky got out there, we were like, all right, like let's just skip through it. And then she was lapping these people, literally lapping. And
She was doing the 1500 meter.
No, I know, and that's the thing. She was doing, and that's what you buried the lead here for me. You
sorry.
buried the lead here for
Sorry.
me. And she was doing the 1500, which doubled it. So at 14 minutes or whatever, we're like, wait, hold on. Rewind this. Let's watch this from the beginning because this is so absolutely positively insane that this girl is 20 seconds ahead of the first person that's next or
Right.
whatever. Like, holy shit. She is a fucking boss. Like, I couldn't even believe it. And while literally Katie Ledecky is just swimming in her own race, they were putting up all these crazy ass facts and stats about her. Every single lap that she does is absolutely positively perfect. 31 seconds and not literally 1 second over. It's just like 31.54, 31.13. Like it's just like 31 seconds to the T. She has it down to an immaculate science. And she swims so freaking much that they said that she has almost like literally just within like a couple thousand miles has swam the circumference of the planet of Earth. Like literally from here to where you're sitting again, she has swam. She has fucking swam. That is insane.
That's wild.
That is insane.
That's incredible.
She swam 1/10 of the way to the moon. 23,000 miles.
My head can't even fathom
I can't conceptualize that.
Same. It made me think, like, I don't know if I've ever watched an athlete be as dominant in something.
Ever.
Like, she's the best. Not only does she have the world record.
Yeah.
Not only does she have the Olympic record.
Mm-hmm.
She has the top 20 fastest recorded times ever for the 1500 meter.
And she's 27.
Yes, she'll go back around the Olympic cycle because she's that much better than everybody else.
She's insane.
It's incredible.
She's amazing. She came out with a book, and the title of the book is called Just Add Water. So cute. Obsessed. Like, who came up with that?
Is it like a memoir?
Fucking genius. I think it's like about her like journey or whatever, which I would love to read. Like, she's so cool. Like, I love her. She's just like, it's just so like to me, it's so interesting when you see people like that because you're just like, how? Like, how is that possible? Like,
Right.
it really is, like, it's just so much hard work and dedication, like, every single day, day in and day out. But, like, how?
Right.
Like, how? How do you do it? I just don't get it.
It doesn't make sense.
You have to be so obsessed and so addicted to a point where it literally, it's just you. It's your life.
Right. You have to be obsessed and addicted, but there's still a piece of genetics that is in there. Like, you have to, your body, like, it has to be a perfect storm.
Right.
Like, everybody else in the race loves it, I'm sure, and is addicted to it the same amount. I'm sure they work just as hard, but, like, maybe it's something, like, with her lung capacity that, like, she can keep the, like, 31 seconds going every single time consistently. Maybe it's just something in her brain.
Right.
Like, who knows what it is, but it's fascinating to think, like, how dominant she really is.
It's amazing.
She was even saying that, like, her brain was wandering.
Right. She was just, like, thinking. Like, she was just out there thinking, like, like, la, 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 la.
Yeah, she was, like, saying how she was thinking about, like, all, like, the people that helped her get to where she was. Because with that win, she tied, she became tied for first for the most Olympic medals for a woman ever from the United States.
Which is amazing.
So it was a big moment for her. And she was just thinking about everyone that's helped her. Like, she called out, like, her bunch of boys that she swam with, she was on the same swim team with down in Georgia or something. Like,
In Florida.
there you go. Just wild.
It was amazing. So I'm very excited to see, like, where the Olympics keep going from here. And go Team USA. I'm wearing your USA soccer jersey because I didn't know what else to wear on this episode because I wanted to wear something that represented the United States of America. But unfortunately, I don't really have a lot of patriotic gear like that. So had to obviously dip into your closet and
Love it.
steal a little jersey or two.
Speaking of which, they had another legend, USA swimming legend, Michael Phelps.
Right.
Talking with Mike Tirico, the guy he was talking with.
Oh, that's Mike Tirico.
That's Mike Tirico.
Oh, you didn't say that.
I forgot. It just clicked with me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know who it is. Obviously, I was watching when Michael Phelps was talking to him.
It's interesting, like, hearing a genius at what they do talk about what they do.
Right.
Like, he was talking about Leon Marchand, the French swimmer, who was going for 2 gold medals in the same night on the men's side, which he got. The 200-meter breaststroke and the 200-meter butterfly. And Tirico asked Phelps, like, you've done this before. You've competed for 2 gold medals in the same night. Like, what is it like between races? Like, what do you have to deal with? And Michael Phelps was saying that, like, they literally prick your ear to get, like, all the lactic acid out, and then you have to jump in the pool and it rushes the lactic acid out of your muscles so that, like, you're not sore and your body can be, like, a little bit more refreshed.
Like, what the hell? Like, what are we even
Then you
talking
get a quick
about?
massage, maybe, like, have a little snack, and then get back to, like, stretching and getting ready. Like,
Give me a snack. Like, that's where I'm at. You know what I mean? Give me the massage and the snack. I don't need the lactic acid out. I just need a massage and a snack, and I'll be good to go.
Right.
Like, I can do anything after a massage and a snack.
That's another thing we did this weekend we didn't talk about.
Yeah, we got massages and had snacks. So, like, I mean, I could literally conquer the world after that, right?
Facts.
Like, straight up facts. So.
What else is going on in the Olympics? Anything else that interests you?
Not really. There's not really much like else going on yet. So I'm just excited to see, like, where else the Olympic goes.
I got a couple controversial things going on.
Okay, what's up?
Number 1, Canada women's soccer.
Okay.
They got caught cheating. They were flying a drone over their next opponent's practice facility. They were about to play New Zealand, and New Zealand was practicing, and they looked up, and someone noticed a drone. I don't know how, but they tracked the drone back to a Canadian staffer on the team, and he was controlling the drone, recording the practice, and he was arrested and later sent back to Canada along with another staffer that was there with him. And
so how does Canada not get disqualified?
They didn't get disqualified. They got docked points.
Like, what's the point of even doing that, though?
I don't know. Because they were there. They it would mess up the whole tournament.
Just so stupid.
Wild, right? So that was interesting. I couldn't imagine also like cheating at the.
Yeah, like you're like if you're not good enough, you're not good enough. Like there's no point of cheating at the Olympics. Like it's literally the world's best. Like you're clearly not the world's best if you have to cheat.
There was a report that the men and women's Canadian soccer team have been doing this for years now. They like as the investigation goes on, which is interesting because they have both gotten better over time. Next thing is revolves around these boxers. Okay, these women boxers.
Yeah.
Two of them. One of them is from Algeria. The other one is from Hong Kong.
Okay.
And they are competing as women, but they're technically biologically male based on the amount of testosterone that they have. So, like, according to the International Boxing Federation,
Okay.
they cannot compete with women.
Okay.
But the Olympics has a different threshold of what is a man and what is a woman,
Okay.
because all the transgender stuff that's been going on in recent years, they had to like set a guideline, and like they're technically under that guideline.
Okay.
So like basically what their thing is that they have a bunch of testosterone.
Okay.
Their body creates more testosterone than the average woman, so they're just stronger. They can
Right.
to the point where the Algerian boxer, she was facing Angela Carini, an Italian boxer.
Oh wow! Thank you for the accent.
Thank you. And Carini,
Oh my god, the way you're saying it.
Carini, she like quit the match 45 seconds in because she's like, "Yo, this bitch hits too hard. Like, I can't." She literally said after, "I've never been hit like that in my life."
Right, but also it's like one of those things where it's like if the Olympics are allowing them to be in it, then like the Olympics are allowing them to be in it. It's
Right.
not like you can't do anything about it. You know what I mean?
That's
Like
exactly what the Italian woman said. And the interesting thing is, I thought these were transgender athletes, but I was like, how, like, if they were born biologically male, then like that's really not fair. But that's not the case. Like,
right, if they're right, it's just like they literally just have more testosterone. So if the Olympics are allowing them to compete, then they're allowing them to compete. So like I'm sorry, like then you're not as strong as this other person, which is why they're better than you. Like
Right.
it just happens to be that way.
Right.
If they change the threshold and they're no longer allowed, then then they're no longer allowed to compete. Just as simple as that. But if they are allowed, then they are allowed.
yeah, I just think there's something to be said for the safety of the other woman. Like if the
But like it doesn't matter. The other woman just like producing more testosterone. That's not their fault.
I know, but like it's like if the International Boxing Federation can figure out the guideline and like what is safe and what's not safe.
Yeah, but the Olympics also has to do that as well.
Right, and they have a different set
Right.
of
So if
standards.
the Olympics have a different set of standards because you're supposed to be the best in the world, then clearly you're not the best in the world. If under their set of rules, if they're allowed to compete.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. I also think it's
Like
interesting.
where do the Olympics get their standards then? You know what I mean? If not from based off those guidelines.
Well, the head of the International Olympic Committee, his quote basically was just that her passport said female, so she's a female.
Right, like they must be so fucking tired of everyone fucking complaining, and like it's one of those things. Like I totally understand, like if it's like one of the, it's like such a, it's a gray area. If it's like the transgender like thing, with it's like a whole other issue.
Yeah, that's
you know
a
what I
whole other
mean?
issue.
But like,
it's funny how everybody's talking
but if
about
you
it as if it is.
no, but if she literally just creates more testosterone, like I'm sorry, then she's stronger than you, like, and then that's an advantage. It'd be like literally as if like a gymnast is saying, oh my god, it's not fair that Simone Biles is 4'8" and I'm 4'10" and she can jump higher than like it doesn't make any sense.
It's not just for boxing,
Like,
it's for any sport.
what do you mean?
The testosterone thing's for any sport.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like it's like it's not. It doesn't equate. Like because like it works well for you in that situation, then like okay, then you can use it to your advantage. Like you can't get mad at everyone for like it's like literally being like, oh my god, I'm a swimmer and I don't have broad shoulders and she has broader shoulders than me. There should be like a cap for broad shoulders, like the length at which you could be. Like no, I'm sorry, they just produce more testosterone than you. Like if she's still a girly, she's still a girly. Like she could just hit harder than you because she produces more testosterone. Like that's not your fault. It's just she's better than you.
Holy smokes!
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's what it is. It's like literally as simple as that. And that's it. That's my TED Talk. Thanks for coming to it.
Well, alrighty.
So, anything else to say about that? Any other words?
Speechless.
Thank you.
Speechless. I rest my case.
We're
here.
literally like all about the Olympics today.
I rest my case.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before we get move on to our double D's threes, I just need to talk about a little. I have to vent to you.
Okay.
Therapy session.
Oh, vent to me, please.
About the drama going down up in Foxborough.
Okay, what's up?
Okay, so Matthew Judon, like we discussed last week, is one of those guys that they're going into the last year of their contract. They want an extension, so they're really there's thoughts that he was going to hold out from practicing.
Okay.
When a player holds out from practicing, they get fined $50,000 a day.
Jesus Christ.
So a workaround for that for these athletes now are to hold in, which means you go to practice, you just don't participate. So he participated the first couple of days, but once they started putting the pads on and the helmets, he said, no longer participating. I'm not gonna basically put my body at risk if I don't unless I get a new contract.
Right.
So he was just sitting on the side of practice, not participating, and then Gerard Mayo came over, asked. No one knows what he said, but it looks like he asked him to if you're not going to participate, you have to go back in the locker room basically, or else it's a distraction to the team.
Right, but then does he still count as not being there or whatever?
No, he didn't get fined.
Okay.
But he took another day off, but then he participated
with the pads
today.
Okay.
Yes. And they said they had a really good meeting, so we'll see. But
amazing.
So he's due $6.5 million this year.
Okay.
Reports are saying that he should be getting $15 to $18 million. I just don't know if it makes sense for them to pay that right now. But then again, his argument is that they have the most cap space left in the league. So they have the largest amount of budget to pay their players.
Okay.
They had the most remaining.
Okay.
In the league. So they have the money, so it's not a problem.
So it's just you're just trying to decide if he's going to get paid or not?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens.
We'll see. But the drama of it all, him getting asked to leave practice, them getting a heated exchange in front of everybody, it was just interesting.
Yeah, because he's a distraction. And that's probably why, and he doesn't want to get fined.
Maybe.
And he's probably pissed. So he's but just pay me and I'll play. Pay to play.
The night before, there was a podcast that came out, a local podcast in Boston. This dude's actually from the North Shore. And they were interviewing Judon. And Judon was basically talking about his contract situation on the podcast, basically saying exactly what I just explained. They have the most cap space. I don't know why they're not paying me.
I mean, it makes sense if he's the best on the team, or one of the best on the team. Then just pay your man. What are you saving the cap space for?
Right. I don't disagree with him.
You're not saving it for anybody. Where's it going?
I don't disagree with him, but
what happens to the extra money?
It does. Yeah, it's wasted money.
Right. So then pay the fucking guy.
I agree with you, but I just don't like how he's going about. I don't like that he's talking about it on a podcast.
100%. I would be talking about it on a podcast too. I'd be like, "Fuck this shit. I'm fucking pissed." Anyone at this point, who's gonna hear me?
Problem with it?
No, I'd be like, "Pay me." This doesn't make any sense. If I'm literally one of the best on the team, pay me the money that I deserve. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm gonna hold out until then.
Damn. Okay.
Pay me.
Damn. Okay.
You would do the same thing.
I think I might. I've just never been in that role, so it's hard for me to fathom.
You would do the same exact thing, and then you would be pissed if you were showing up to practice all these motherfuckers that aren't as good as me, and they're getting paid whatever. I deserve to get paid. So if you want me to put my pads on in practice, fucking pay me. Here we go. I'll play with you guys, but you gotta pay. Pay up, pony up. He's deserved it.
Well, I think they're getting back on the right track since he participated today. So the meeting must have went well.
I hope so.
One more thing that he mentioned on that podcast that bothered me, though, is that he was kind of shitting on Patriots fans. At least I took it that way.
Oh, God.
Basically saying that we're so spoiled that we don't even have a dislike for other teams because, historically, we've just always been so much better.
Do you have a dislike for other teams? What does that mean?
He was saying that, we don't actually, dislike the other teams. The Jets, the Dolphins, the Bills. We don't actually dislike them.
Where does that even come from?
I don't know. It's just he was saying from a standpoint you guys are too spoiled. And I get what he's saying because that is what the Boston media sounds like. That's the message that they get across. But the Boston sports media is not a reflection of the fans.
Okay. I'll let him know that you think that.
Okay. And the last thing about the Patriots I need to mention is that speaking of the Boston media, they need to relax with my man Drake May. They need to calm the fuck down.
Over what?
They're all saying he sucks. There's one guy that said,
oh man,
there's one guy that said,
oh, this isn't gonna be good. This isn't gonna be good.
There's a guy that said, Michael Hawley, well respected, like used to be from the Boston Globe, then he was on ESPN. He said that watching Drake May at practice is like watching the ghost of Mac Jones.
Oh no.
This guy has had 3 padded practices.
This is not gonna be good.
He hasn't even played a preseason game. Let's relax. Give part of drafting him and
this isn't gonna be good.
Let me just say one thing and then we'll move on. The whole point of drafting Drake May is knowing that he's going to take time to develop. Like that was his thing. Like he has a big arm. Is
that why they
athletic.
did it? Because he had time to develop, or they got him because they wanted to put him out there?
They got him so that they could develop him. That's why they got Jacoby Brissett to start this year. Like, we're not in a rush. There is no rush to have 6 wins.
But maybe they're thinking that he's better than he's acting right now.
No one knows how good he is. He's had 3 real practices. Like, let's relax.
All right. Well, maybe they've seen enough.
The reporters? No, the reporters
Maybe the reporters have seen enough.
No, they just don't know what to talk about. Now that the team stinks.
Yeah, that's what
they were
it is.
so used to talk about like a championship winning team. There's so many storylines, so much excitement.
Yeah.
Now they just have to point out. They have to be like, "Woe is me" every 5 seconds because like they want to get us all anxious and everything. We're already anxious enough, okay?
Yeah,
Let's
that's
just get to the
that's
season.
what they want to do.
I'm not in a rush
you
to have
hit the nail on the head.
We're gonna have 3 wins anyways, okay? We're gonna stink again.
Right.
Let's not stress each other out. Let's enjoy it for what it is.
Right.
Thank you.
Are you ready to get into our double these threes?
Yeah. You said that I would really love yours 15 times, so let me hear them.
Or would you rather go first?
No, let me hear them.
Okay, mine are about the Olympics, of course.
Okay.
But my double these threes this week are the zodiac signs with the 3 zodiac signs with the most medals and the 3 zodiac signs with the least amount of medals.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay.
Most athletes, these are the zodiac signs are the people that won the most.
Okay.
Okay. Or would you rather have the least first? Most. Okay.
What's your zodiac sign?
Starting at the third most. Okay. So the third most is Sagittarius. Okay. With 824 medals. And then it goes to Aquarius with 829 medals. And the zodiac sign with the most Olympic medals is Capricorn with 1,202 medals. Now we'll go into our 3 least, with the third least being the Libra with 724 medals.
Makes sense.
The Taurus with 713 medals. And last and very least, with the least amount of medals for Olympians, Leos, with 681 medals. But you know what I found fascinating about all of this? Is that the athletes with the most amount of medals were all born between November and February. Because Capricorn, with the most amount of medals, is between December and January. Aquarius is between January and February. And Sagittarius is between November and December. So they're all winter babies.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it reminds me of that book, The Outliers.
What?
You ever read The Outliers?
I'm sure I have, but
Because they talk about, they have one of the first chapters is about like how when athletes
The
are
Outsiders is what I was thinking. So no, I've never read The Outliers.
Like when athletes are born, like typically in the United States at least, like most professional athletes are born between like August through November, because that's where like they get lined up for school.
Right.
So like they're the oldest in their grade growing
Right.
up. That means they're the oldest in the sports that they're playing. So what that means is that they're like at a younger age they're bigger, faster, stronger. So then they get more development because they get more attention from the coaches. They see more potential. They have more confidence. And so like that age gap as a little kid like takes them like is a huge part of them having success throughout their life.
So interesting. No, I never read that
But
book.
what you're saying is like differs from that. It's actually saying November through February.
Isn't that crazy?
It is.
I found that interesting because I was like looking at it and I was like, wait, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Sagittarius. I was like, those are all winter babies. So it's just interesting to me that all of the winter babies are Olympians, are most likely to be the best Olympians. And then for the least, obviously it's Leo, which is July and August, Taurus, which is April to May, and then Libra, which is September to October. So like those kind of like differ, but I just found it insane that the three most were all precede each other, because it goes from Sagittarius to Capricorn to Aquarius, like in terms of horoscope order. Right? Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
So thought you would enjoy that.
I do.
I just found it funny because I was like, Leo, number one worst. But it's like, that's also crazy to me, because it's like everyone always says that like Leos, like a lot of like actors are Leos, like a lot of like performers are Leos, but not a lot of athletic performers, I'm assuming, are medalist Leos.
I guess not according to the data.
So it just, that fascinated me a little bit, because like obviously like as Leo myself, it's like, So I'm not likely to be an Olympic gold medalist or Olympic medalist. More likely to be an entertainer.
So when I was asking about tater tot earlier, then that's probably true too.
Yikes. So me and her, we're going to be on the podcast Waves together.
Love it.
What's yours? What's your
I've
double
gone
D's
back
threes?
and forth with my double D's threes because originally it was a pretty simple Olympic one.
Okay.
But then I was like, oh, maybe we're talking about too much of the Olympics, so I made like a random one.
Is there ever too much Olympics?
So would you like me to go with the Olympics one?
No, I'd like you to go with the random one.
Why?
I don't know. Whatever one you want to go with.
No, you tell me which, want the random one?
Yeah, I'll do the random one.
I'll keep the other one for next week.
Okay, perfect. As long as you remember it.
It's on here. It's in the notes.
Oh, perfect.
So my way of getting random, I want try to go as random as.
Or do you want to save your random one for another time?
I could. That's the other possible.
I don't know. Can you decide?
Huh?
You decide.
I think we already talked about a lot about the other stuff, so
Okay.
I'm gonna go random.
The Olympics. Okay.
My favorite cell phones growing up.
Okay. All right, go for it.
Number 3, the Samsung A360. It was my first cell phone. It didn't even have a camera. It was like blue with like the finger thing. So like when you were on the phone, it was like you put your finger on the thing.
What finger on what thing?
It was like a spot for your index finger.
What?
Yeah. It was the only cell phone I ever had that didn't have a full keyboard.
What do you mean a full keyboard? Like it just
you
had like
you had to go beat
Yeah.
like 222.
yeah, the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my next on the list was the Samsung Alias. It was the double flip phone.
Oh, I had that too.
So you could do it like that. But how much of a mind fuck was it when you went boom, boom, and you were like,
Oh my God.
it was cooler than the Sidekick.
Shout out to Lauren Pena, who snapped my Alias or whatever, that one, on complete accident.
She snapped it?
Yeah, literally, because it was like hanging off by a little bit, and she went, and it literally just like, it literally fell completely apart. I remember that moment. I was like, oh my God.
The hustle was real when your phone was like on its last leg, because those phones, like.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my first phone, it's taped. Like, you could see the blue light and like in it. Like, it's still taped. Like, I still have it.
What a crazy time.
Yeah.
And then number 1.
You could like crazy glue it.
Wild. The BlackBerry Bold.
Yeah, Blackberries. I mean, bring back the Blackberries at this
BBMs.
point. No. I mean, we were literally talking about it before. Did I manifest this?
I think you saw it on my list.
No, I just remember being at a Sweet 16 in Gen Tartinis. And I remember when I saw it, got that W.
Brick Breaker.
I remember my my BBM. It was like 34D. I remember because it was like a bra size. It was like a bra size to something else, like E4 or something at the end, like 34D 28E4 or something like random.
What?
Like no, it was something like totally random like that.
Do you make it up?
No, you just like remember when you got your BBM
No.
like code?
No.
Remember your BBM
I don't remember it.
pin or whatever it
No.
was? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
I remember doing BBM. I don't remember the pin.
But you remember having a PIN?
No.
How do you think people got your information?
I thought it was if you had their phone. It was just like iMessage. Like,
No, you had to have their PIN, and then you add your PIN. Like, add me, and then you'd put your PIN. Remember?
No, I don't.
Which I also didn't make. Oh yeah, because you'd put it on Facebook. So I was like, didn't make any sense if you put it in your BBM
Nobody can see it unless
screen.
they.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless they already had it.
But yeah, if you put it on Facebook, you just put like your BBM PIN, and then people would add you and then message you. What? Come on, like get with it.
I don't remember. I was
get
too
with
busy
it.
playing Brick Breaker.
Yeah, you were too busy on your phone playing Brick Breaker and I answering me back in 2011. How about that? Well, amazing. I love those.
Too busy getting them dubs.
Yeah, I love
getting
it.
them derbs.
Exactly. So thank you so much. What a great double these threes. That was fun.
Thank you.
Wow, like what a trip to memory lane.
Yes.
Okay, amazing. So what is it? Is it time?
It's time
to get into our sick puppy and interesting cat of the week.
Sick puppy. An Olympian. A woman's fencer by the name of Nada Hafez. She competed in the games while she's 7 months pregnant.
Baller.
That's crazy.
That's amazing. I mean, absolutely incredible.
Wild.
I also have another sick puppy for you. You can keep going about her.
No, that's really it. She's pregnant. What else is there to say? She's extremely pregnant and
She's
still completing.
Extremely pregnant. You are so ridiculous. Like, it's actually like a little offensive.
Why?
She's extremely pregnant. Like, okay,
It's still
great.
But it also is
perfect.
like such a competitive disadvantage.
It is a competitive disadvantage. Good. I'm glad that you think that. But she's owning it.
Right.
She's obviously, she has to. She's pregnant, but good for her for
That's a
competing while
crazy
she's
story.
7 months pregnant.
Damn.
And a little Olympian. Do you think that her baby's going to become an Olympian?
Yeah. She already is.
Well, of course. Yeah, like,
Closer to the Olympics I'll ever get.
do you think that she gets a gold medal?
No, because the mom didn't get a gold medal.
My sick puppy this week is Rebecca Andrade from the Brazilian gymnastics team. And the reason why she's my sick puppy of the week is because she is a fucking boss-ass bitch. And if you want to talk about sick puppy fucking moves, this Olympian, this bronze medalist Olympian.
They just won the silver medal today.
Well, I'm saying as a group, the Brazilians.
Okay, today she won the silver medal as an individual.
She is from the favelas, and her brothers used to walk her 2 hours to gymnastics practice.
What the fuck?
Every day. And here she is on top with 5 million fucking Instagram followers, showing the world what hard work and dedication means. So if you want to talk about sick puppy energy, in addition to Nada Hafez, the pregnant Paris Olympics fencer, it is Rebecca, the Brazilian gymnast from the favelas. Unfreaking believable. Go off, Queens. Go off, Queens. Is that amazing?
That's crazy.
2 hours. They would
Every day?
walk her.
Every day?
Yeah. They would walk her.
Damn. She go to school?
I don't know.
We have to look more into that story.
We have
While we're speaking of Brazilian women who are competing in the Olympic Games, they have a soccer player. Her name's Marta. She is like the all-time great woman Brazilian soccer player from the age of since she's been a teenager. They've called her the Pele with the skirt, which she doesn't like the nickname, obviously, because
she's her own.
Right, but she really is that great. She's the woman, Brazilian woman of Pele.
Right.
And so this is her last international competition that she's participating in before she retires, which I thought was fascinating.
Good for her.
Also a sick puppy.
Interesting cat.
Interesting cat, Louie, from the Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Okay.
Teresa's husband. I don't even know his last name. Okay.
Yeah, Louis Fruellas or something.
Yeah.
Ruellas.
Yeah. So if you don't watch Real Housewives of New Jersey, first of all, you're missing out.
You're truly missing out.
You have to binge this thing for the last 2 or 3 seasons. It's tremendous. But
all of the seasons. There's honestly New Jersey's the only one that and New York that you could literally watch New Jersey, you could watch in the beginning, and it's just as good as now. It's unbelievable.
It's
it never
incredible.
gets old. It truly never gets
incredible.
old. You can skip like the one season where the twins are on it, and that's it.
So from the beginning, there's been a character. Her name's Teresa. Still Teresa Giudice.
Yeah.
She used to be married to Joe Giudice. They both went to jail for tax fraud.
Giudice.
And and he got deported. So she remarried to this man named Louis. Now, Teresa's brother and mother and sister-in-law are also on the show, Melissa and Joe Gorga. Okay, and they're at odds. They're not speaking right now. They really don't like each other at all. So they both had little guys' nights separately. Joe Gorga had his homies over, and Louis had his homies over because they can't intertwine. And my man Louis, who I can't stand. I can't stand this man.
Okay.
He's just annoying on all levels. So is Teresa, but he's just a weirdo, and he's so fucking weird and interesting that his version of a good time while he has the boys over is to bring them down to the podcast studio and basically film a confession to their lady, basically a devotion of their love, record a devotion of their love to their lady. Yeah, that would be beautiful if I did that. I don't disagree, but I'm not gonna do it with my homies right there. What?
Could you imagine? Do it for me right now. Give me like a little snippet of like what you would do. Yeah, do it.
No.
Wow, you're so fun. Like literally, so fucking fun.
I love you
over
so
there.
much. I tell you that all the time.
Yeah, no, yeah, thanks. So fun. But yeah, no, 100%. Like watching that was so cringeana on the screen. Like I was like, there's just simply no way. Like he's like, we're gonna make a video to send to our wives while they're away. And like literally, like, no one knew what to do. They were like, no, like why would we do that? It's just like so awkward and uncomfortable. But I would totally agree. Totally interesting cat. 100%. Interesting cat.
What was Dr. Aiden doing?
He said, Jenny, baby, I love you so much. Ew, it was so gross. I hated it all. But yeah, Real Housewives of New Jersey, unbelievable, interesting cat. Thank you so much for bringing in the Real Housewives of New Jersey. The best.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Let's get into things that you may have missed.
Things you may have missed. Back to Brazilian athletes. Endrick was officially announced as a Real Madrid player.
Unbelievable.
They did a whole reveal. They sold out the stadium to
So
honor
cool.
him. He spoke, broke down in tears, and said that his dream was to become a Real Madrid soccer player, and he's achieving that dream. So it was crazy. His parents were also very emotional in the stands. He only brought his brother on the field with him.
I could cry.
Incredible. So excited to see where that goes. Next up to NFL, Jordan Love and Tua Tagovailoa both got paid. They both got extended. Jordan Love signing a 4-year, $220 million contract with $155 of that million guaranteed.
Oh my God.
So that's crazy.
That's bank.
Tua, a little bit less on the overall payment, but more guaranteed money, which is more important. 4 years, $212 million with $167 million guaranteed. Crazy.
Insane.
But that's the going rate for a quarterback right now. So.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, so poor freaking Matt Judon should be able to get some.
Quarterback's a different strategy.
Doesn't matter. Matthew Judon brings more than a quarterback does to the field right now. So.
Yeah, I mean they could afford it, pay it.
So
if not trade him.
That's all I'm saying. Okay. That's it.
Moving on, Colorado football, University of Colorado, Deion Sanders' team.
Yeah.
His players are putting their social media handles on the back of their practice jerseys.
I like that. I actually really I think that's very smart.
Really?
I do. I think it's very smart.
He just bothers me.
But I think that's genius. Like in the time of the social media age, like it's on their practice jersey. Who cares? You know what I mean? It's like very cool. I think that's a great idea. Good job, Deion Sanders. Very smart.
Sticking with college football, Nebraska freshman quarterback Dylan Raiola has been impersonating or mimicking Patrick Mahomes with everything he does. From his haircut, to his sunglasses, to what he's wearing, to his jewelry, to his mannerisms on the field, to how he throws the ball. Excuse me. Everything he's mimicking to be Patrick Mahomes because, like...
But he's good, you were saying before.
Yeah, he's a second-ranked quarterback coming out of high school.
Method acting is what we'd say.
Yeah.
Method acting. So, yeah, like, you are what you eat, you know? So, like, good for him.
Right.
Like if he's trying, like if he's that good, and if he's mimicking and it's working, then like it's working. So good for him, you know.
It's just so smart.
It's the persona.
It's so smart in every level. Like if it like.
But that's what you always think. Like you always try to be in their mindset, but it's like no, he's like actually gonna try to like be that person. So like let him try to be that person until he makes it, you know,
right.
and then maybe he can change it. But like good for fucking him. Like he's doing the damn thing.
Right.
So
Crazy.
go you, Dylan Riola. Ricola. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep, exactly. The
cough drops
with the guy in the gondola.
Yeah. I think it's like a horn, like a yodelay horn. Yodelay. Yeah, exactly.
The last college football thing is that another Georgia football player was arrested this weekend.
Oh, perfect.
Guess how many that is for them this year since like
Georgia football?
Yeah, in 2024. How many Georgia football players have been arrested?
4.
Bump that number up.
7.
More.
12.
More.
27.
More.
What? 50?
29.
Players?
29 players in the Georgia football team have been arrested.
How many people are on the team?
120.
Jesus Christ, it's a fifth.
Yeah.
25% of the players have been arrested.
Yeah.
For what?
A lot of them like driving incidents or driving accident or like drunk driving or.
See, that's why it's better to live in a city where you don't have to drive.
Crazy. Mbappe is apparently potentially dating Grace Almeida.
Who's that?
Some model.
Perfect. Good for you.
They were seen getting snuggled up in Miami.
Ooh, girl. Grace and Mbappe. Grace my Mbappe.
Tennessee Titans quarterback Will Levis is dating Bachelor alum Victoria Fuller. Do you know who that is?
Yes, I know who that is. I'm very excited for her. Go her. I saw her little video talking about it where she just said that just basically get out there. Like she's like in her 30s and she's like, you know, I like went on a date. Like I was trying to like compartmentalize. Like I'm just like going to meet new people. Like I'm just like trying a new thing. Like she met him and she was like, it went really well. Like I didn't think it was going to go as well as it did. He was like a perfect gentleman. Like he like got out of the car, walked her to her door, was like very, very sweet. And she was like, and I liked hanging out with him. So like, why not try it again? And then they've been only dating for like a little bit, but like she really likes him. Like he's very nice to her. And she just like, put yourself out there. Like she didn't think that she would be at this point in her life. Like she was like, I thought I'd be married with kids. Like I thought the last guy like who she was ring shopping with, like Greg, whatever his name was the guy for me. But she's like, it didn't work out that way. But like, I'm not gonna let that stop me. Right. And here she is, just like a Nashville freaking girly, like living out her full life. And now she's with an NFL man. Like good for her.
Quarterback in the city.
And she's also drop dead. Like, have you seen her? Like there's no way that she like. When she was on, whose season was she on? I think it was Pilot Pete's season. And, like, I didn't understand her, like, allure at first. Like, I was like, why is he so obsessed with her? She's so needy. And then literally I'm like, no, she's, like, so hot. Like, she's perfect. But she's, like, so crazy. And I love it.
She's in her 30s?
Yeah, she, like, just turned. She's, like, in her early 30s.
Okay, he's, like, 23, 24.
Who?
Will Levis.
Oh, she's definitely older than him. Yeah, 100%. She's definitely. I think she's like 30. She's probably like 31, maybe.
Interesting. Good luck to them. Do you remember why he was a sick puppy last year?
Only because you told me.
Okay.
Because he put the mayo in the coffee.
Yes.
Which is so fucking disgusting,
Gross.
and I really hope that he doesn't do that. Like I think that she would probably be so disgusted and disturbed.
I'm sure she's seen it. I'm sure she's tried it at this point.
No, I feel like that might just be like a thing that he says for real. Like that's so fucking disgusting.
No, he has a deal with like.
Doesn't matter if he has to deal with anybody. He doesn't actually have to do it.
One of his teammates,
Jeffrey
God. Simmons.
Yeah.
He was coming off the practice field the other day, and on the side of the practice field, they had the local radio, like sports radio station, recording live. And while they're recording, he walks over and calls the host of the show a pussy, and like basically he's trying to fight him.
Why?
Because the host of the radio show, like I guess, like tweeted something like is like critical of him on Twitter.
That's funny, but like also like I'd be the same way. Like after I come out of practice, all my testosterone's bumping and thriving. I see this motherfucker, I'd be like, "Fuck you." I'd be the same way.
Right.
So good for you, Jeffrey Simmons, because I'd do the same exact fucking thing. I'd be like,
Simmons also a giant human.
Exactly. So it's like, don't fuck around with me and say anything about me again. I'll fucking punch
I
you.
held his own. The guy held his own. I would have shit myself. The radio guy was like, dude, if you want to talk about it, like, let's talk.
He's like, no, this guy is like all about the media. He's like, come on the radio and come talk about it with me.
Meanwhile, one of his teammates, another Tennessee Titan, is just sitting there waiting to be interviewed, and like the radio host is like, dude, I'm sorry, like I'm not trying to be disrespectful. We literally have one of your teammates here. Like, I don't want to like waste his time.
Right. Which is nice.
Nice, but like he was like the way he was handling it was very like calm and poised, and I was like, I would have been freaking out if this fucking giant human is.
Yeah, but that's what he's used to. You know what I mean? Like those are his coworkers.
I guess so. Things to watch.
Things
the
to
Olympics.
watch.
Obviously, we have a lot more Olympics to go.
Yeah, exactly. Team USA. 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 Okay.
NFL training camp.
Okay. I'll probably be watching the Olympics.
NFL preseason also starts.
I'll be watching the
Hall of Fame
Olympics.
game.
I'll be watching the Olympics.
This weekend, actually, oh my God, just clicked with me. This weekend's the NFL Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
I'll be watching the Olympics.
So the new class of 2024 is getting inducted. You can once again, you can watch Receivers on Netflix. You can watch Hard Knocks. The off-season version just ended. However, on the 5th, the training camp one is starting.
Who is it?
Chicago Bears.
I'll be watching the Olympics.
Very interesting because they had the number 1 overall pick, Caleb Williams, so he's the new quarterback.
And Simone Biles' husband, also who got shipped off, was on the Chicago Bears. So shipped off to Paris to support her. So they'll be in the Olympics.
They'll be talking about that for sure.
Yeah.
Are you sure? He plays for them now?
He plays for the Chicago Bears. They said, right?
Last year he played for the Packers.
I think he plays for the Bears.
Could be.
Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. I also could be lying.
Also, Sprint. Once again on Netflix, and then if you haven't watched Simone Biles yet, her documentary on Netflix, you're missing out.
Yeah, so watch the Olympics, go Team USA. Don't forget to like and subscribe to your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and wherever else. And you know what? Share this episode with your friends. And without further ado, Nathan, thank you so freaking much for everything, for always explaining everything to me, for, putting up with all my baloney. And thank you for, being the best co-host a gal like me can ask for. You're the best.
I love you.
I love you more. Cheers. Oh, yeah, we don't have, let's do a high five for Team USA. Cheers. Oh, wait.
Look at the elbow. You have to look at the elbow.
Elbow. Cheers. Oh, don't. Oh, God.
Love you.
Love you. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of your favorite sports drama podcast, The Double Dose, the drama of sports. Don't forget to rate and subscribe to our podcast wherever you watch and listen, and give us a follow on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Double Dose Pod. Thank you.